Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be doing all the grubs in Crystal Peak, and I have all the abilities in the game. If you do not want to get spoiled on it, I would go ahead and click away from this video and come back later. I'm going to pop up a screenshot of the map with all the grub locations, and each one of these grub locations correlates with bookmarks in the description, so you can skip ahead if you don't want to see the entire journey from the bench or wherever location I'm headed there from. But I like to keep that in so that if you get a little bit lost and need a little bit more guidance, you can always refer to the gameplay footage. I will, however, be running the gameplay footage at 2x speed so it doesn't take as long. Otherwise, this video would be about twice as long. That grub right there will be coming back to save him. We can't get at him from this way, so I'll let you know when we get back to saving him. But yeah, if the gameplay footage is a little bit too fast for you, you can slow it down. But in the YouTube editor, but here we are at our first grub, and you just gotta kind of do this platforming section and get around these spikes up these conveyors on the side of the map. As you can see, I'm not the best platformer, so I failed there. That's alright. We'll just hop up here, rescue the first grub, and then we can hit that. I already hit it because I went up there earlier, and there's no way to go back around once you've already gone up there. But I didn't rescue it, so I could show you guys how to rescue it. But we're going to move on to the next location. There's a hidden wall there. I believe there is a charm on the other side of that. However, it's slipping my mind currently which charm it is. But we're in the next room for the next grub now, and there's this little section where you got to avoid getting squished. It is not the hardest. I cut out all my fails so that the video wouldn't be so long, but just know I did fail. It's okay if you fail too. Especially these right here. Pretty fast. I got caught on this one quite a few times. Up here it's a little bit, you gotta time it a little bit better, and the secret is you can kind of run into the side of those and it won't hurt you, so you can just press up against it once you get to that middle one, and then as soon as you can move forward you can dash. Now once you hit that lever, they do stop hitting the ground, so you can go back the way you came from, but there's also a shortcut that opens. But we're going to move on to the next grub that we need to rescue, and it's going to be the one that we saw earlier. And I'm always going to pop up the map in between so that you all can see which grub we're going after next, to see if you've already gotten it or not. This section's a little bit trickier. This right here, as you can see, it's not the proper height, so you got to kind of... I'd jump up and then dash over is normally what I do, but you might find different ways that work better for you. I've seen people do it otherwise as well. Yep, back at that first grub that we saw that we couldn't rescue from that way. Rescue them there real quick. And then this one is kind of a pain because you got the conveyor on the bottom pushing you to the side. But you come over here, get this treasure, and then you hit that switch and it will turn them all off. So then we're gonna come back up here for the next grub. This has been a little bit faster pace, so there's less rambling in between rescuing the grubs, but the first ones are close together, and there is a lot of grubs to rescue in this area. There's 7 in total, actually. And it's not like City of Tears where there's technically 8, but 3 of them are in the same location. All these grubs are in different locations. So we're going to head over here. This is where you grab the map if you haven't gotten it yet. But you're going to crystal dash over here, and this is also the way back to the beginning area, Dirtmouth. So anyway, kind of a little obstacle course. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and drop down that hole, and you have to fight 2 of these super annoying, what are they, crystal wasps? I can't remember what they're called exactly, but oh man, when you get these guys in a platforming section, it's such a pain. Anyway, we're going to come rescue the grub. Psych! It's a fake grub. You got to come over and bust that wall to get to the real grub, which is hidden behind him. If you don't have the collector's map, you might miss this one because, or maybe you've been trained by Hollow Knight to hit every single wall. I don't know. Either way, the real grub's hidden behind that fake wall, so we rescued him. And we're going to go ahead and jump back to the bench location to run and grab the next grub just to cut out all that crystal dashing. It would have taken a while, and we want to speed this up to get you back into playing Hollow Knight because that's a lot more fun than watching a guide. Let's be honest. We want to get you back and rescuing those grubs as fast as possible. This next grub's honestly pretty easy to grab. The one thing that you do need, and you get it from this area, is the crystal dash. Obviously for the last grub you needed that as well. But this one's, I believe you see him, yeah, he's in the area right after you get that, so Hopefully you saw him and could pick him up right before or right after getting the crystalline dash. But anyway, we're gonna jump to that room and I'll show you where he is. Pretty easy to miss if you don't climb up this wall. You're not messing around looking for him. But once you see him, pretty easy to get. Just crystalline dash right over to him, rescue him. And now we are going to move on to the second to last grub. And this one's a climb. You do need the double jump. I think there are other ways to get it, but I'm not a pro at breaking the game and sequence breaking and trying to get through stuff. Yeah, this is where you would need the double jump. I think you can wait for him to throw an axe and pogo off of that to get up here. But honestly, I'd probably just recommend waiting until you get the double jump. I'll throw out guides on how to get all the abilities too if you don't already have it. Otherwise, I suggest just continuing to play the game. You should come across it. But yeah, there's this small cave, and I believe you do need the lantern for this one. I always have had the lantern by this point. Maybe you don't. The next one you definitely need the lantern for though, but we went ahead and rescued that grub. Now we're starting back at the bench so that we get to cut out all that return journey, make it faster, and we're going to go ahead and speed this up. Again, you can slow it down to half speed if you want to see the gameplay at normal footage, but this one you definitely need the lantern for. We're going to come over here. Oops. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about with those guys in these platforming areas. Super hard to deal with those crystal wasps. Yeah, these guys are kind of annoying too because you only hit them from one side. I think you can get over that guy fairly easy. You don't want to fall down there. That's a long fall. Throw you way off the path. And then we're going to go ahead and enter this room. This is where the grub is. You can't really use the map from here on just because of how it works. This is also where you get Desolate Dive if you were looking for that. This is the same area. Anyway, man, these guys. So always put up those little spike shields so you can't hit them. But anyway, it's just a little bit of platforming here. Nothing too crazy. As you can see, I died platforming here earlier, and we're gonna have a close call. As you can see, platforming is not my strongest suit of this game, and I even have all the abilities, so it does make it a little bit easier. But we just got to jump up these platforms and climb up to the grub. If you would have gone left there, that's where you get Desolate Dive. Up here is where you get the last grub of Crystal Peaks. I hope you all learned something and found the grubs that you were looking for, and please leave a like and subscribe for more Hollow Knight content. Thank you again for watching.